Live beyond the illusion. Oh, the beautiful soul. Let's dive into what the illusion is. Illusions. So, part of the game here on planet Earth is walking through the veil of amnesia into the illusion of separation. Everything's separate. I am just this avatar. I am just this character. We think it's really real. And it is while we're here. The experiences are real. Suffering is optional. What meaning I give anything is mine. Because nothing has meaning in this reality till we give it. And us humans are really good at giving things meaning. And then we take them on, right? We don't question them. Well, it's this way. It's got to be that way. Da, da, da. So the illusion, live beyond the illusion of your smallness. I'm not. I can't. Yeah, but. Because you're arguing for your own limitation. And if you truly believe you're a spiritual being having a human experience, then even though you're playing this avatar, this character, we're projections of consciousness into this costume, this bodysuit, this meat suit. And what makes everything so real is our five senses. We hear, we see, we taste, we touch, we smell, and we think that because of that, everything is real. And it is. I mean, this is not a delusion, yet it is to a certain degree. Because, this table is separate from me. This phone is separate from me. This chair is separate from me. I see my dogs lying here, and everything has its form. But when you take the form off, everything is formless, including you. So an analogy I like to use is we have a water droplet. And that water droplet, say it rained yesterday and it's in a puddle here. Well, now that puddle's dry, so it's evaporated. And it goes up into the clouds, and the clouds move, and then it rains again over here, and now it might be in a yard. And then it dries up and evaporates and goes up to the cloud, and it keeps having these experiences, right? And eventually it makes its way back to the ocean. It could be through a river or a lake or whatever, but it goes back to an ocean. So where does that water droplet stop and start? When this bodysuit ceases to exist, you go from form back to formless. That's who you are at the core of your being. So playing this game on planet Earth is about living beyond the illusions. And how I say is it's about getting your consciousness out of the matrix. You're always going to be in it while you're here, but you can tell your eyes what to see, your ears what to hear, because you are the operant power. But instead we let the 3D tell us. So the matrix to me is the mental prison, the construct of all our thoughts, programs, beliefs, and beliefs are just thoughts you keep thinking, and perspectives that become programs, that become the habits and personality of this avatar. Doesn't mean they're true. They're true for you as long as you believe them and keep enforcing them and living them. But the good news is that can shift anytime. You can select new, because each moment of now, we are new, but we feel that we're living this linear timeline here, and we are to a certain degree, but we can always change and select new any minute. So getting the consciousness out of the matrix is being in this world but not of it. Passing through and being the observer and more neutral, but also knowing you are the powerful force, because you are all that is. I am all that I am. What do you say to yourself in the mornings throughout the day? I can't. I'm not good enough. I'm not pretty enough. I'm not. Yeah, but. I gotta go to this job I hate. That's one way of living. Why not select another way of living? Because in the world of possibility, the field, which we are, whatever label you want to put on it, God, creator, source, the universe, the one, the divine, I am, the field, it's all a label for an energy, which is all that is. And energy is everything. Energy cannot be destroyed nor created, can only change form. Your life, your thinking and feeling can change. It's up to you to select new, because creation is finished. We're not healing, creating, we're selecting and then aligning. It's that decide, align, be. When you decide, no, you know what, I'm done living like this. I'm done complaining. I'm done feeling, thinking, I'm not good enough, I can't, yada, 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 to I am all that I am. I am whole, healthy, perfect, and complete, because at the core of your being, you are. You just have to remember. And that's part of the game, is remembering, knowing. Once you start remembering, then you're going to know who you are. And that is the game here. Getting the consciousness out of the matrix, knowing that you're here, having experiences, but you're not. You're just traveling through, because you are a spiritual being having a human experience. So I always say that if I am a spiritual being having a human experience, and even though this seems really real, and it is while I'm here, but when this bodysuit dies, so does my character, my personality, my labels, my bank accounts, my certifications, my thoughts, my feelings, my traumas, my dramas, all of that ceases to exist too. So to live beyond the illusions are all anything that's keeping you in lack, struggling, limitations, not good enough, I can't. Those are fears, they're doubts, worries. Those are all the illusions. Because as the infinite possibility that you are, that resides within you, would it be that? It is everything and all. So the potential that lies within you is huge. You just got to remember. So one of the things I used to do, because I speak from experience, I mean, I've mentioned in videos that I always felt not good enough, living in fight or flight, anxiety. I just thought that's who I was. I mean, I had one too many coffees, right? But it wasn't. I was in survival mode. And I remember when somebody said to me, you know, put your arms around yourself and hug yourself and say, I love you, I love you, I love you. And I couldn't do it. And I was like, oh my God, whoa. I couldn't go to the mirror and look myself in the mirror and see the perfection. Because we've been so bombarded with outside information about what beauty is, about what aging is, about how you should be and look and where you should be in life. And it's like, don't let the outside tell you who you are. As within, so without. So I started the mirror practice of looking at myself and saying, you know what? Yeah, I think you're kind of cool. Yeah, I like you. And now I can go to that mirror and go, girlfriend, you're amazing. You are so magnificent. I love you. I love every aspect of you. Your gray hair, your wrinkles and lines, your freckles, your imperfections. Because if you can look in the mirror, which is your reflection, and see the perfection instead of the imperfections, you are well on your way. Because you were made in the image of God. Universe, source, creator, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't make mistakes. It doesn't question or doubt. Did I do it okay? Is that good enough? No. It creates knowing it's the best, and it creates the best, and we are that. So start living beyond the illusions. Start telling yourself a new story. And see how reality responds. Because remember, reality is nothing but a mirror, a feedback loop of who you are being. Who am I being, and where's my attention? And that's going to get your consciousness more and more out of the matrix. And you're going to start living beyond the illusions of lack, limitation, not good enough, not pretty enough, not rich enough, not thin enough, all that BS, belief systems, which are thoughts you keep thinking, which can change. I'm selecting new. No, that's not me anymore. I am perfect, whole, healthy, and complete. Knowing who you are at the core of your being. That's how you live beyond the illusions. So with that, keep having a fantastic day. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you in the next video.